Hello everyone, welcome to Crafty Garden. My name is Stephanie and today I'm finally sharing the announcement video for my brand new pattern of a feather. So this is the latest version that I've printed and made editing notes and last minute little changes to the draft. So I'm finally here. I'm so excited. I have a few things to talk about today to go along with this release. So I hope you have a little bit of time to sit down, and if you're interested in this pattern, listen, because I have a few exciting things to share. So first of all, if you're like, I don't have a baby to knit for, I would like to suggest that you consider doing this as knitting this as a sort of class. So I'm going to be hosting an along, and my pattern comes with videos that support some of the more challenging areas of the pattern. So areas where you just might have questions, I try to walk you through that. So it's could also be viewed as like a lesson and learning how to do the skills to make this. So that's a good segue. Let's talk about what this pattern involves. So it is a bottom-up construction. It's seamless. There are 4 steeks, and that's where I know some people are gonna be like, 4 steeks? Yes, there are 4. If you can do 1, you can do 4. And one of my test knitters actually steeked for the first time with this, or maybe more than one. I'd have to check. But there are 4 steeks. So the button band, the center front, the 2 armholes, and there's one at the neckline as well. And that makes it so that you can knit seamlessly in the round, and you don't ever have to purl and color work. And it just makes it really quick and fast. So, yes, there are 6 sizes, from 0 to 3 months being the smallest size, and 18 to 24 months being the largest. I would recommend, and a lot of people do, that you do the maybe 9-12-month-old size, or the 3 largest sizes, I would say, would be the best sizes to maybe choose from for the child to grow into and to wear the longest. That being said, as a brand new mom of a adorable little newborn, I wanted to have, back then, my son is over a year old now. So back then I wanted to have itty bitty baby stuff handmade by me for him, of course. So I included smaller sizes for those who want them, because I was one of those people who wanted itty bitty baby stuff. So I thought I would talk a little bit about the inspiration for the design as well. And I have a couple things on today that are part of the inspiration. So I'm actually just going to read this. So, of a feather, this is what it says at the front, the cover page. Of a feather was inspired by the stunning colors found in blue jay feathers. Blue jays covered my front porch and apple tree the morning after my grandmother Ruby passed. Since then, when I see the birds, I feel like I'm getting a message from her, and it brings me great joy. The feathers around the body represent the birds in flight, and the small colorwork specks represent distant little birds flying on the horizon. So, I have shared a little bit in past podcasts more about the story of the blue jays and the weird synchronicities and all the blue jay sightings I've had. One flying into our window, our picture window at our house. I'm also wearing, my grandmother gifted me on my wedding day, her 40th anniversary locket, and this I wore at my wedding, and then after her passing, she left me one of her old wedding rings, and my dad had it fixed, and I've got it on my pinky because she had smaller fingers than I do. I have quite big fingers, but I just want to acknowledge that I have her with me in my heart today. So about the design, I have used 100% non-superwash yarn. Some of my test knitters did use superwash yarn. I have recommended in the pattern that you sew the steeks. If you're going to use even more slippery 100% wool non-superwash yarn, some wool is just more smooth and slick and not quite as sticky. So I would recommend either a crochet stabilizer if you're only moderately worried, or if you think it's a really slippery yarn like a superwash would be, then I would recommend sewing the steeks. And I included videos for those who can borrow a sewing machine or have one themselves to show what I did and just give you some tips and advice. So yeah, there are several videos in this pattern to support you. Okay, the knit along. I am going to be hosting a knit along to support you all and to create a community for this pattern. It will go for 3 months. So January 1st will be the launch date, and April 1st will be the very last. Submit your final photo for the knit along date. And that's funny because it's both April Fool's Day and it's my dad's birthday. So yes, I will have all the extra information. I don't want this video to be an hour long, so I will have information on my Ravelry page for this pattern. I'm so excited. I'm going to be creating my very first Ravelry pattern in general. I've worked very hard on this. This has been, I think, something like 10 months since the inspiration hit me in February of 2021. It might have been January, but I know for sure I started working on this in February of 2021, and now it's December. So almost 2022. Yes, so I'm also going to be offering a mitten pattern. Now, I used leftovers from this. So there were quite a bit of leftovers, depending on what yarn you use, if you do multiple colors. So if you do multiple colors, you're gonna have leftovers unless you just have teeny scraps hanging around, which it's really perfect for that. You could do each one of these sections a different color with little scraps. That doesn't take a lot at all. Or you could do a simple 2-color version like this, and then you'll have less tails to weave in. But and this is lovely, lovely yarn. So this is an alpaca wool blend, which makes it warm and cozy, and my son wears this all the time. So yeah, I had leftovers, and even with this size, I think I have enough leftovers to make mittens, but he doesn't need a 50 pairs of mittens. So I am going to be releasing this pattern as well, and my goal, I'm crossing my fingers, I'll figure it out one way or another, don't worry, but my goal is for those that take part in the knit along, the early bird gets the worm is what I've been laughing about with the bird theme. For the first month, I will be for the first month only, and after that I'm going to charge just $1. So they'll still be super affordable if you come to this knit along later in the game. So yes, and these will be connected with a cord. I just haven't done that yet. Here are a couple of some of my yarn here. So yes, these you could do just simply in 2 colors, or you could, I went kind of crazy with the color, playing with different colors. And so this version, oh, and I didn't even show you this. Okay, I have a little girl version as well. This is, I'm calling this Rose Finch, and there are some birds that are these browns and pinks. So that's kind of fun. And so I'm giving this to our friend, my husband and I have a couple friend with a little sweet little girl that I'm gonna gift this to. I just have to finish the sleeves. And this one is so fun because I just played with the colors a little bit more. I'm so excited. I gotta calm down. I've been working on this for so long. I'm so excited to finally be sharing it all. This contrast color for the band I did this time. It was really fun, and you could do that with the other sizes. You just might need, or the other, like if you wanted to do this one with contrasting. I don't know that I would do this one with contrasting, but you could. But you would need probably an extra, if you used what I used, Jamieson and Smith, I would have an extra skein for that just to be safe, just to do contrasting bands like the hem and the button bands and the neck band, and if you want to do the cuffs. So this one, the mom of the little girl said she would like, I think, pink or peach cuffs, or I could just stick with the cream color. So I haven't decided yet. You'll have to see. So that brings me to another thing. I have been talking to a yarn shop, an online yarn shop, that has expressed some interest in putting together kits. And I can't guarantee that yet. I don't have a date yet. I've been told roughly early mid-January, not very early, like maybe 2 weeks into January something. I might find out. We're waiting on a shipment. And as soon as I know that it's for sure happening and kits are available, I will be announcing it. And the best place to do that, you can subscribe to me here on YouTube, but to get the quickest notification when I know and I'm allowed to share for sure that it's happening, the kits will be for these two designs. So you could do Blue Jay or the Rose Finch. And the kit will be Rauma Phenol Garn and Jamieson and Smith for the colors. So the background color, the black and the cream, will be Rauma, and the contrast colors will be Jamieson and Smith. And so I can show you, like, these I have here for the little girl version. So yes, I will announce that in my Facebook group, which is Crafty Garden Podcast, and on my Instagram, which is Crafty Garden Podcast, and at some point here on my YouTube channel too. But I think the quickest place to find out is there. And I won't say the name of the yarn shop yet, but I'm very excited to be working with them, and I hope this comes together as we've talked about and planned. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited about the possibility of kits. If you're not interested in a kit, you want to use your own stash yarn or something like that too, that's totally fine. But the kits will be there for those who want to do these versions. You just have to wait just a couple weeks. So back to the mittens for a second. I wanted to talk about just briefly that in this version I did a different color for the top. So in these, the first two, I did the same color. So this area is white, and the tip of the feathers that connects them all, those are white. So I call it, so these are the feathers in flight, like the bird you might see in flight, especially the blue jay. This was heavily inspired by blue jay feathers in flight. But these also represent, these are what I call little birds, the little specks. So yeah, I did 3 colors at a time to do this contrasting top of the feather. And similarly, but in a different way, I did 3 colors for this. So if you want to play around with more like color changes, you can. And I've included coloring charts for both the mitten patterns and the baby cardigan. So you can color your own feathers. In fact, I've included multiple charts, whether or not you want a light background or a dark background, so that it's easier for you to choose a chart that that would be for either or. So yeah, this one, because I changed from the darker teal to the lighter turquoise, I had to do 3 colors for 2 rows, and I mentioned that in the mitten pattern. If you wanted to do that, you'll need to, using 3 colors at a time is just slightly more challenging than 2 colors. So you can choose if you want to do that or not. The most simple thing to do would be just 2 colors like this, and that would be really quick and easy, especially if you're a beginner at stranded colorwork knitting. 2 colors can be gorgeous. You could choose so many different combinations of colors. You could do a black or a white or a cream background, and then a fun color changing or speckled yarn. My only warning with that is to test it in a swatch to see that the contrast between the feathers and the background color is enough. Like this one I played with has slight contrast, but just enough to, I think, still be really beautiful. It's much more subtle, and then these colors are a little bit more bright and vibrant and pop. So there's so much variety that you can choose just by changing color. So I think I've covered everything I need to cover. I will be available on my Facebook group. I'm also going to create a Ravelry thread for it. My hope is that Facebook will be the better place to go, but I'm going to create both in case somebody doesn't have one or the other. I will have both available. But Facebook is Crafty Garden Podcast again, and my Instagram is Crafty Garden Podcast, and my Ravelry group is Crafty Garden Podcast. And if I will put the links to just click and go to those in the description below. More information, detailed information, will be on the Ravelry page when it's available, so the amount of yarn and things like that. And if you have any more questions, you can, come join one of the groups and let me know, or maybe just share what yarn you're using. And if, I'm so excited, you don't have to do a bird, like a specific bird. So this is goldfinch, and then blue jay, and then rosefinch. You could do cardinal, you could do any kind of bird that you like. There's so many beautiful birds out there to be inspired by. So if you have a bird that is really special to you, you can choose colors and color your own feather in the charts that I've included in the pattern. That's it. I hope to see you over in one of my groups, and I look forward to seeing your yarn choices. There will be some prizes. If anyone's interested in donating a prize, you could reach out to me. Message me on Instagram would be good. And I will be offering a $25 gift card to a specific yarn shop. And that's all I'll say for now. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope to see you over in my groups, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.